Today we'll be finally taking a look at the OnePlus Nord Buds 2. Now the reason why it took so long is because I truly want to get a feel of this thing first, and also we had quite a lot of backlogs, so we put this aside to the point that yeah, it's been like a month late or more, I guess. And we also have the OnePlus Nord CE3 Lite here to pair it with. So yeah, into this video we're just gonna test it out and see if this is actually worth it or not. So we'll start off with a very simple unboxing first. As you can see here, I've already taken it out, but I want to show you the contents in the box. When we open it up, the packaging is fairly simple. So this is where the earbuds is supposed to sit in. And then we have the silicone ear tips that we can change. We have the usual SML sizes. And then cable. It's in a very nice OnePlus red cable as well. And then not sure what is this smug face doing here, but it is a sticker. Yeah, you can stick it to wherever you like. User manual and whatnot, we are not gonna touch that. And that is the entire content of the box. One thing I realized that OnePlus did really well is the color. So as you can see here, it has a silver top with white colored letters, and then the bottom here, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it has those kind of you know, when you look into marble, they have those kind of speckles in it. Yeah, those speckles are present here. I think they're trying to emulate the look of a marble, but when I first looked at it, I thought it was dirty. I gave it a wipe, but turns out it's actually the texture. And this texture also carries to the earbuds themselves as well. As you can see on the stem here, it also has the speckled dust, and I just think that these kind of speckles will add some character to an otherwise just plain white color. So as you can see here, the earbuds themselves have a fairly simple design. You have the short stem but a really wide look on this part here, and then there's also concentric circles on both of these top sides here, which are actually the touch panels. And now we'll leave this aside and take a look at the case first. Now if we take a look at the case, we can see that it's fairly simple overall. Yeah, it's a bit oversized, honestly speaking. They could have made this smaller, but I'm pretty okay with the shape overall. The hinge opens up wide to the back so that you can take out the earbuds easily, which I truly like. But yeah, that's all that I have to say about the case. It's fairly simple. USB Type-C charging here, and then we got the button that is very nicely integrated to the back of the earbuds case. Now back to the ear tips for a while. They're using this kind of silicone ear tips, which is actually good since they have an internal mesh and whatnot. It can block earwax from falling in directly to the diaphragm of the speaker, which is excellent. And you know, if you want to change the ear tips, it's as simple as just pulling it out. So enough about that. There's a lot of truck drivers working at the other side of this studio here, but we'll leave that be because it is now time to look at the features and also test out the ANC. So if you're using a OnePlus phone, then all of the features is just directly integrated into the Bluetooth settings menu. And as you can see here, yeah, since this is a simpler pair of TWS earbuds, then you don't really have much to select from. So media for audio, you can select HD or standard. HD means that you're using AAC codec, which is the Apple Audio encoder. And then we also have phone calls and contact sharing. I just leave this as it is, and then it is now time for earbuds functionality. So in here we can see the battery levels, and then from here we can turn off the noise control, turn on transparency or noise cancellation. And in noise cancellation, yeah, we don't have any levels to select from, so it's just turning on and off. So for the EQs available, we do have all of these pre-built ones, but I always leave it in default because I think it sounds the best. Bass wave is to dynamically boost some of the bass, but I really don't like that much bass, so I usually turn it off. And then we can also add our own equalizer, which is actually excellent since, you know, this kind of UI is fairly simple to understand anyway. And then back to this menu here, we got earbud controls, so we can customize all of these to do whatever we want. Again, fairly simple: single tap, double tap, triple tap, and also touch and hold. But for touch and hold, we can only select all of these, as in the ANC, turning everything off, or transparency mode. And for the single, double, and triple taps, yeah, we can't really do much anyway, so this is all that we get. Since we're here, I will change this triple tap to game mode because we will do a quick latency test later as well. And then when we go into camera related settings, yeah, I'm not sure if this is a translation error or whatever. It just says control camera with stylus. I mean, Technically, the capacitive touch panel here is a stylus, so yeah. And then finally, find my earbuds, which is just to play a very loud noise to find your earbuds. And then firmware update, I already have it in the latest firmware version, and that's about it. So now let's do a quick sound test and tell you guys how it actually sounds like. So since I've already tested it for very long, I can tell you that using this song in particular as our prime example here, if we hit back into the EQ menu, I'm currently using it in bold, but once you go bold, then the amount of treble isn't that pronounced, but the bass is much more emphasized, I would say. And then if you switch it back to balance and default, you know, it's the usual. I actually like balance even more. And for bass wave, as you can see here, value is at 0 right now, so there's really no difference. If you turn it up, then you can really feel the bass getting emphasized a lot more, to the point that all the rumbling and whatnot, you start to shake your skull. This might not be for everyone, and it's definitely not for me, so I definitely gonna turn it off anyway. And yeah, overall, this thing sounds really good, I would have to say, even for such a considered budget pair of TWS earbuds. And then now for the latency test, I will head into not PUBG Mobile but COD Mobile instead, and then it is time to test out the audio latency. So now I've entered the game of practice in COD Mobile just to test the audio delay. I'm going to pump up the volume to the maximum so that you can hear it properly. You know what, I'm just gonna turn off the Bluetooth for a while so you guys can get a feel of how it actually is without any audio delay. So that is without any audio delay at all. So now let me pair back with the OnePlus Nord Buds 2. Now I'm gonna do the same thing but with one of the earbuds stuck near to the microphone so that you guys can hear it. So I'm gonna tap on it. There's definitely some audio delay, I would say, but it's not really that noticeable. Yeah, there's definitely some audio delay, but it's not that much. In any case, I would say if you're gonna play COD Mobile in some intensive cases, you might realize that audio delay and it might distract you, but generally I would say it's gonna be okay. So now let's do the super powered audio latency test first. I'm gonna do it without anything turned on, so no gaming mode, no nothing. And that's the result. As you can see here, the round trip audio latency is only at around 193 milliseconds, which I'd say it's actually really good overall. And let's just redo the test with game mode turned on. Actually, I'm not sure if game mode has been turned on or not, because in the settings menu of these Bluetooth earbuds, there's no one particular setting in the menu that says game mode on or off. We just have to tap and hold on one side of the earbuds and then listen to the chime. And the chime is kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't actually tell you what's it doing. So I'm gonna turn on game mode now. Actually, I'm just gonna toggle game mode. And as you can see here, for our second test, the round trip audio latency is slightly higher at 201 milliseconds. So I would say this second test should be the non-gaming mode test, and overall it is slightly higher than when game mode is turned on, but overall I would say that it's not gonna be that noticeable because it's only like about 8 milliseconds average difference. And overall I would say when paired with the OnePlus Nord CE 3 Lite, the audio latency is very good to the point that it's not really that noticeable, and that is actually good. So overall I would say the OnePlus Nord Buds 2 is a very good budget option if you're using a OnePlus device. And if you're gonna use it with some other smartphones, then it's gonna be a bit more complicated because number one, you need to download the Hey Melody app just to use it with other phones, and then secondly, the audio delay is gonna be much higher compared to with this phone. We'll talk more about Bluetooth audio latency in another video where we explain everything, so do subscribe to watch that as well. Yeah, I would have to say overall the price is quite worth it. If you have any other questions regarding this pair of TWS earbuds, do leave them down in the comment section below. I know that this is a very quick video, but yeah, it is a budget TWS earbuds anyway. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.